What's up, Thrashers, and welcome back once again to the Thrash Maniac 99 YouTube channel, and I am back, finally, for the first time in a few weeks, a new episode of Under the Radar, because there were two other albums I didn't get to do full reviews for this week, but here I am talking about them now, and we're kicking off this episode with Mausoleum with Defiling the Decayed. This also came out on August 9th, this time on Moribund Records, and this is a death metal band from Pennsylvania, and whenever I was looking on Metal Archives for info about this band, well, this band's very much like a nasty, like early death metal sounding band to a certain degree, like late 80s, early 90s death metal. And pretty much from top to bottom, like, you get so many different aspects of death metal. You get, like, some double time stuff, lumbering grooves, some punky D-beats, some occasional hardcore stomps. It's very doomy. Like, there's a lot of, like, death doom going on here, and it's quite cavernous sounding with the production. Like, the production, I will admit, not the best production when it comes down to a raw death metal sound, but it's not bad for what it is. Lots of shreddy solos, even some low-end tremolos and blast beats. Of course, always got to have your triplet chugs in an old-school sounding death metal band. Some evil harmonies on the guitars, and even some tremolo melodies. And there's a little peppering of melody that comes in here and there on the album. Of course, the vocals are just gross. Like, they're guttural, they're putrid sounding, very much like early brutal death metal to some degree. Like Broken Hope, I would say, would be a good comparison when it comes down to the vocals. However, my biggest issues that I had with this album is that it does kind of drag a little bit, and on top of that, I do think the production, even if it's raw, could have been mixed a little bit better. Like, the bass could have been a little more present, and also maybe the guitar tone could have been a little less, thin. But other than that, I still thought this was a solid listen. If you are a fan of Autopsy, Coffins, Necrophagia, and Incantation, check this out. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. I thought it was a solid one. Nothing more, nothing less. But now on to the big one out of the two, and that is Fulci with Duckface Killings. Also came out on August 9th, this time on 20 Bucks Spin, and, well, Italian death metal that is named after Lucio Fulci, who I know is a big horror filmmaker. I've never watched any of his stuff. I hear they're pretty campy and fun, and you do get a lot of Fulci movie samples from what I can gather. But what's interesting about this album, it's all over the map when it comes down to influence. Like, you get a lot of brutal death metal moments, like in the slamming breakdowns or standard breakdowns, but you get a lot of old school death metal tropes on here too, and then, dare I say, some metallic hardcore or metalcore kind of beatdowns on here as well. Like, you get lots of low-end tremolos to feel like old-school death metal, blast beats, triplet chugs, it grooves harder than some. There's some evil atonal riffs that come up here, and there's even one track where it's like 80s synthwave, but with a great bass line, which I thought was strange, but I thought it was a cool track. It's thrashy. Again, you get some double time stuff, some dissonant melodies, clean melodies. Like, I was shocked at how melodic some of these parts got. There's even a track where there's rapping, which I thought was strange. There's some crusty D beats, dive bombs with the solos, and even melodic leads. And hell, the closing track, there's a saxophone. It's like, where are they pulling all this stuff from on this album? It's just bonkers all over the map, but it's bonkers in a good way. Like, I really don't have much to complain about, other than the fact that maybe I could have used more songs. Like, yeah, it was 14 tracks, but it was 33 minutes. Maybe a couple more songs just to really get me going even further, but still, if you are a fan of, I would say, Cannibal Corpse, Hatebreed, Frozen Soul, Jungle Rot, check this one out. I am giving this 4 out of 5. I thought this was an awesome listen, and I should definitely check out more Fulci now. Not just the music, but maybe some Fulci films. But of course, those are just my opinions. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Of course, albums will be in the description for you to check out. Thank you for watching. Keep your horns high and your dreams wet.
Thank you for your patronage.